Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, TylerGames590, and today I am showing you all the concepts I have made for Grow Garden. There's quite a few. There's some that are not done, so they will change a lot before I say they're finished. If you see anything in this video that you do like, please go to the Grow Garden Discord page and go to the art section. My concepts are posted there, so please thumbs them up and bump them so that the devs can see them. Anyways, let's get into today's video. So first of all, let's take you over here. You might have seen this in the other video. This is the trading plaza I have designed and the trading booth. So how this works is that you sit behind the booth and you put a seed that you're requesting for, and then you put your other seed then, which is the value of the one that you want of the other person. The other person comes and they place the seed in here, they receive what you put in and you receive what they put in. Pretty much the basic trading system, but instead of like a UI, it's done through the machines of these little robot hands attached to the booth. So here's the trading plaza I've made, a couple of bushes, nice paths going from A to B. That's it, that's the little plaza I've done. This was made a while ago, so I could probably make it a bit better now. This was the first thing I made as a concept, which will take us directly to, we'll skip this, my second concept, which was the dragon, but this is the mystical egg I have made because I can't call it mythic because there's already a mythic egg in the game. So in this section we have our sea serpent, which has a variant or a cosmetic, I'm just going to call them, to be more sea-like. This one's more like a king version, if you get me, and then the other one is just like actually swimming. And then we have a phoenix, and then we have our, I forgot to change the colour of the tail, but that's fine. And then we have our like Arctic phoenix, and then we have our unicorn, which then turns into a Pegasus with wings. As you can see, I have made it so you can ride it, and there's a reason why. If you want the full length detail on like that, then it's on Twitter, which will be linked below. So essentially, with the new update coming out, I was under the impression there was cosmetics coming out for certain pets. I must have imagined that when I was reading things. So I designed concepts, but there is mutations and variants come in. So I've labeled these as variants. So the sea serpent, which gives, I think, like Flameborn, will give Seaborn instead, which is a mutation. And then same with the phoenix, anything that they have as fire related will be turned to like an ice related mutation. But the unicorn is different because the unicorn can go into the mutation machine and gain a mutation that will give it wings and allowing you to actually ride the pet and fly the pet around. It will be the first mountable pet in Grow Garden. Obviously this is a concept, it's not real, I hope it was, but they are posted into the Discord, so you never know, one day maybe. But this is the egg that I have designed for it. It's like a little Pegasus egg, very cute, very small. This is a separate concept for this like update. This is going to be a themed update. So this is the first crop. It is called the Unicorn's Delight. It's a community driven event that I've designed sort of, where all the players have to contribute fruits to a mysterious entity, and once the goals have been reached, each goal will give you a reward. If you finish the event, you'll have the Unicorn's Delight, which is this crop by here. Still might change the design a little bit to be a bit more unicornish, if you understand me. I did design it to be rainbow because the original tail was a rainbow, but then I changed the tail. But the wings do have a rainbow aspect on them. That moves us on to our next one. Now, when I made this concept, I didn't know that there's already a cherry blossom in the game. I was not informed. I didn't see it on the wiki at the time. I must have misspelled blossom or cherry blossom, so it didn't pop up. But I did design a cherry blossom tree with some cherry blossom flowers to go on the tree as a collectible item. But this one is a very low chance of ever happening because they already have it in the game, but this is now classed as a redesign. So I've labelled it as like a design revamp to change the old one, because the old one was a bit like outdated. It's just square cubes. This one's square cubes but made into the shape of a tree with some nice petals and flowers. But that would bring us on to this is my least designed update I'm going for right now. I haven't finished it. I've only just started today. But the Halloween update. Obviously October is a while away. I think it's like 2 or 3 months. But we have our first 3 pets. We have the Floating Eye, which is obviously, if you play Terraria, you will know about the Floating Eye, which has an ability that I've designed where it can look through all your crops in your garden, pick a crop that has the least mutations and give it foresight, which will then allow the game to basically push the next mutation that happens onto that plant. So it'll look at something, say there's not enough mutations to the game, and then when the next mutation event or animal happens, it will go to that crop. This next one is a chest mimic, which is a very popular thing, and I have made several different versions of these in Blender and other game designs. This is just for Grow Garden. This one allows you to have 50 more storage and a chance to duplicate items when you harvest them while he is equipped. Then we have the Ghost, which has gone through 4 different designs, and I'm struggling to keep a design I like. This is the nearest one I can get to. I didn't give it a mouth because the mouth threw it off, but he will float through and shift through crops in your garden and have a chance to apply ectoplasm mutation to the crop. So that's the pets. There will be 2 more coming soon. Same with the mystical egg. There is 2 missing. I have not finished them, nor have I started them. I've tried doing a lot today, and I did a Halloween update almost. I did the unicorn, the Pegasus, the different variants for the mystical pets. So everything is just coming slowly together, you know. Which now brings us to our first crop or plant, if you want to say, for the update, which is the spooky tree, which grows ghost apples or ghostly apples. This is the design of the ghostly apple. It's just an apple that's been covered in like a ghost texture. And then this is the tree design. The little spooky black tree with little red eyes, and I've tried to do branches that look like a little rib cage. The original idea for this was not to be a plant. It was supposed to be the mysterious entity for the other update, and then I changed it to be more related to Halloween. And then this is the crop when it has little apples on it. I might add some little dead leaves and stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of liking the way it is right now. So that is the Halloween update. It's not finished. There's still an egg I gotta do, and 2 more pets, and maybe 2 or 3 more crops. But yeah, that's the Halloween one. That'll be done tomorrow. And then we go back over here. This is obviously the mystic pets. I'm still missing 2 pets. I'm trying to think of which ones to add. So if you could think of anything that's like mystical or mythical. I wanted to call it mythic egg, but there's already one in the game. So if you could think of a mythical creature that's not a dragon, a phoenix, or a unicorn or Pegasus, then please let me know. And now we're going to go over to the last egg that I've made. It is the Deep Depths egg. I struggle saying that. Which is a prehistoric update part 3, but it's an underwater theme. So this will lead us to our first new egg. We have the bubble egg, well, the deep depth egg. I'm just going to call it bubble egg because the little bubbles above it, which gives you a male coelacanth, and a female coelacanth, which is just the fish from the prehistoric era or whatever era they were back then. We have the ammonite, which is my favourite design I've ever made. I am so impressed with this one. We have the Dunkleosteus, and we have the Plesiosaur. So the coelacanth is like yin and yang. I haven't really thought of ideas for them properly. I did, but then I also but the female version I did today. So I'm going to try and make it more like yin and yang, so one is one version and then the other is the opposite. Not done those yet. The Ammonite will apply Ammonite Ink mutation, as well as other stuff. If you want to see all of the lists of mutations, abilities and all the other stuff that I have, please go check my Twitter. There's massive descriptions on all the pets I've made. And then we have the Dunkleosteus. He will dig his mouth into the ground and crush dirt and sand and pebbles. Has a chance to find seeds. And there was another ability that I can't remember. I will try and figure out, and I will leave them all in the description actually if I'm able to. And then we have the Plesiosaur, which has a chance to splash around and add drenched to all your crops, and then have another ability where it dives into the ground and creates a little wet puddle that it sinks into, and any crops within the radius that it's in that have drenched turn into has a prehistoric depth mutation, which is basically a better version of the drenched and wet. But that's these pets. I may redesign some of them. I do like the first three. I do like the Plesiosaur, but the Dunkleosteus, I don't know, something about it is giving me blank and I can't figure it out. And then obviously we have the basic egg, which I just redesigned from the base egg in the game and then change it to however I need it. So here we have the unicorn one, here we have the bubble one. I'm sure that I might even make it an eyeball egg for the Halloween event. But yeah, this is all of the concepts I have made. Now looking at it, it doesn't look like much, but this has been a course of like 3 days of just going back and forth when I'm not on the game. So if you do like anything you see, like I said, please go to their Discord and upvote my concepts. I will try and resend them into the Discord with better descriptions that I have from Twitter. If not, everything is on Twitter. Please follow me if you want to have more concepts, because I've really enjoyed making these and I really want to do it more. I just need to figure out what type of updates to do, because this is obviously Dinosaur Part 3. This is a new event that I'm still trying to finish and do. And then we have the Halloween one, which I've got loads of time to finish. And then we have a redesign and then the trade and update type of thing. But that leads us to the end of today's video. I really hope you guys liked it and even give me some ideas I can bring to life. I will try my best. Yeah, if you have any ideas, please let me know. I will try my best to recreate them in the next video. If you want me to record a video of me making pets, then let me know as well in the comments. But I hope you'll have a good day. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.